Okay, so welcome to this lesson. We are going to learn how to pick your ideal niche and why it is important to properly do this so that you can position yourself for making your sales process easy. Okay? So let me ask you the question. When you think of niching down, what comes to your mind? All right? Probably you're thinking that when you hear the word niching down, it means getting super narrow and super specific to who you're selling to, right? That is part of it. Yes, that is definitely a part of it. But the problem begins because most people stop here. All right, okay. And so a lot of people don't want to niche down because they aren't taught the right way to do it. So that whenever they get specific, they end up missing out on sales over just being general. But being general, though, hasn't allowed your business to grow with the right people and, of course, make steady sales. So at this point, you're like, what the heck do I do? You end up feeling like super stuck. You've probably been told that the way to define your niche is, let's kind of break down the old way, is to either pick, broad topics, broad interests, right? So I'm into fitness, I'm into makeup, I'm into dogs. And then you pick a group of people that you resonate with. So an example of this could be fitness for moms, or fitness for millennials, or specifically fitness for entrepreneurs. So what happens is that they tell you to go sell with this sort of generalized approach to your audience. And again, it ends up leaving you frustrated because you not only have the wrong people in your audience, you really aren't making sales that easy. Because you're like, now that I'm too niche, no one's coming in. But then if I'm too general, the right people aren't coming in. Because there is so much more to this. Okay, you can't just stop here. This is probably why your foundation is off, and I'm going to help you fix that today. Because everything, once you have kind of like who you are and what your offer is about, starts with your buyer. But let's learn a little bit more about why the old way doesn't work. Because the old way often leads to a fixed mindset. You end up being scared to niche because you then have this statement, well, my offer can help everyone. Technically, yes, but technically, no, right? And then the other thing is that I don't want to, miss out on sales. But not all sales are good sales. Okay, and I'll tell you what I mean. Because what you're really going to miss out on is time. You're going to have time lost because you have the wrong people in your offer. This is what I mean by not all sales are good sales. Yes, it's a temporary bump in your revenue, but if you have the wrong people in your offer, that opens a door to so many other problems. You keep chasing then the one sale, right? A year goes by and you're chasing this one sale, right? If I just stay general, I can chase these. If I can just stay general, I just get one more sale over having more sales easier by picking the right niche. You also have time lost because the people your offer was designed to help, like you're not helping them. Like you have the wrong people in your offer. So then you're not getting the transformation. They're not getting the transformation that they provided. And again, this is opening the door to so many other problems. And then of course, you're going to lose the time that you could be spending growing your business the way that you wanted to. Okay. And then what happens is that it starts to dig a little bit deeper. You start to doubt yourself. Because you're like, why isn't this working? You're like, oh my gosh, I have, created this amazing business. I have created this amazing transformation, but like, why isn't it working? Like, why isn't either anyone buying or like, why isn't it like, why aren't they getting the transformation? So then what happens is that you may start to change your offer. You may start to change your offer based on the feedback of the wrong people inside of your offer, or you may change your offer because of doubt and you just haven't given yourself the proper time with the proper foundation, with the proper people. So then again, it's like if I go too general, if I'm too specific, nothing's working, I feel lost. And then when you feel lost, you start to sometimes feel resentful. You're like, ugh, these people in this offer, it's not working right. What is going on, right? You start to resent your audience. Why aren't they buying? And then you can't compound on any momentum from any results because no one's really getting results. This is why having the right people in your offer is key to your success. It is the very foundation on which your business growth is built. This is why I break down the buyer persona on so many different angles. The wider I can get your perspective on who it is you're serving, the easier it is you're going to be able to serve that person. But what I want to show you is the easiest way to create your foundation for creating your buyer persona. Okay? Building a business is about building a tribe and a community. If you don't have a community and you don't have a tribe, then who are you speaking to and who are you selling to? But you don't need a lot of people. This is how people can make sales with only 100 followers. You need the 100 right people over 10,000 people that don't care about what it is you have to say, or like just are not a good fit. Correcting your buyer persona, finding the right niche is going to help you speak to your buyers with ease. It's going to make them feel seen, heard, and understood. This is something that you're going to learn so much in this course. If you haven't already watched some of the other material before, making someone feel seen, heard, and understood is one of the keys to know, like, trust, one of the keys to making someone go from cold to hot in 48 hours or less. Targeting a niche is going to help wipe out the competition. It's going to help you stand out because there is someone that's waiting for only what you have to say in the way that you have to say it. But if you aren't able to say it that speaks to them in a way that they can understand, then they're just going to go to the next person, the competition, when really they want what you have. So this is where your power is going to start to come back. Then you're going to be able to learn any strategy with ease, because when you know who you want to target, it's going to make creating content, attracting new followers, and monetizing and growing and scaling so much easier and so much faster. I promise you. I am a living testimony of this, okay? And then getting the right buyers in your offer is actually going to create case studies and testimonials, because now the right people are in your offer that was supposed to be in your offer. So therefore the offer is going to essentially work. And, obviously that's a whole nother step within itself, but let's say that you've, got a great offer, then it's going to start to work and you're going to start to get those case studies and testimonials like hotcakes, because people are like, oh my gosh, not only did I feel seen, heard, and understood, now that I'm in the offer, it is amazing. I am getting the transformation. They're going to start to sing your praises, and then you will be able to compound on those results and those testimonials for more effortless growth. Your product, your offer, whatever it is eventually going to sell itself. Okay? So we can only be everything for everyone if we start by being everything for only one. Okay? I'm going to say that again. We can only be everything for everyone if we start by being everything for only one. I'm going to give you a big example. Let's look at Apple. Apple, it's pretty safe to say now at this point, a wide range of people, a wide generalized range of people use Apple products, but they don't target everyone. They target the first mover, the innovator, someone who likes it simple, the trendsetter, right? Someone who likes to be in the know. So they've created this culture of something super cool, super simple, first mover vibes, when really it's no better than the next phone, on the market. But because they appealed to one person, the power of that one group of people then made Apple a phenomenon. Obviously, there's the genius of Steve Jobs, but made Apple a phenomenon. And guess what? Everyone else came on board. Same thing with Nike. Nike doesn't speak to any old person. They speak to the person that is disciplined, motivated, just do it, right? That's like someone that's like, you tell me, with integrity. That's what their brand stands for. But guess what happens? They build on that momentum and everyone else comes along for the ride. So yes, you can help everyone, but the only way that you can do that is if you start by helping one person, one group. Start with one, grow them, help them achieve success with your offer. Then they're going to become raving fans, and then they're going to spread your offer like wildfire, and then everyone else will come along. This is why we say you can have multiple buyer personas, you can have multiple niches, but you have to start with one. And there's so much fear in starting with one because you're afraid you're going to miss out on sales if you don't cast your net wide and stay general. But there's so much power and so much momentum in serving one audience, doing it well, letting them get the results of your offer, letting those results grow, compounding on that, and watching your business skyrocket.